everybody, welcome back to the True North Life Homestead. We are back home after our journey. We had so much fun up visiting our friends, but it is so nice to be back down here a little bit more south in the sunshine. It's amazing. We left Upper Canada, or Upper Ontario at -6, and we got home, and today it is a blissful 18 degrees. We hit a bit of a hot streak after we left, so we're taking advantage of it today. And we are finishing up our garden beds. So we have the metal ones that we're working with today. These ones we got from a friend that works with a door company. They were just gonna throw these out, and they used them last year for garden beds, and this year they asked if we wanted some because they had extra. Oh yeah, absolutely I do. So they're here. We're gonna have insulated metal garden beds this year. Super excited for that. They're not gonna get filled this year. They will get filled next year, but we have these guys cut up so that they're 4 foot, so they'll be 4 feet by 16 foot. And we'll make them on the white on the outside so they look a little bit nicer, because they do have, I'll show you, they've got these like door style, like the garage door kind of texture. So they've got the squares in them. So I don't really want that on the outside because they don't all look the same. Some of them don't have the squares on them. Some of them are different colors. So we are going to put the white on the outside because they are all white, and that'll make it a little bit easier, a little bit more consistent. Make it look like we actually thought about this, like we didn't get it for free, and like it was meant to be here. So the plan is to finish up this garden today, and we will do some of the wooden boxes here as well, and I'll show you that. So this is our garden as it stands right now. We just moved our wood metal pieces over here that we are going to be using today. We have our 8-foot boxes here, our 6-foot boxes, and then an aisle of another set of 8-foot boxes. We're going to have 6 8-foot boxes in this row, so I need to put 2 more in at the back there. We're going to have 7 6-foot boxes here, so I need to put 5 more in the middle there. And we're going to have 7 8-foot boxes here, going all the way to the back to the greenhouse, which I'm going to have to put in 5 more boxes of them, yeah. So we have our 4 6-foot boxes at the back there as well. And then down this side, we're going to leave a space here so we can get our wheelbarrows and equipment into here. We'll have our 16-foot bed, so we'll have one here, another space for our wheelbarrow, and another 16-foot bed behind it. And then there's a little bit of space when we get back here. Walk down these things here. There's 1 bed, 2 beds, and then we'll have a little bit of space in this area. So actually, I'll have to see how it works out when I set it up. Because from this bed here, if I look this way, you can see it's kind of just right in this space that we're going to have room for it. So I don't know if it'll have to be another 6-foot bed, or if we can squeeze an 8-foot bed in there and still be able to get through, because we still want to be able to get wheelbarrows and stuff like that through here. So we'll start with those 2, and then after those guys are done, if we can't fit any more metal in this area, we'll go right beside it here so that we'll have metal, and then our wood set up on the other side. We've got garlic in that box, garlic in this box here, and then this one with the compost on top of it. I'm going to put garlic in there too. I was going to put straw on top of it, but it's so windy here. I'm kind of waiting for it to get like heavier and damp so that it doesn't just blow away. So it'll actually protect it, but for now it's just composted, mixed in there, and we've got our bulbs planted. We've got Music and Magic garlic in this one, and Ukrainian and German white in the other one. And in this one, I believe it's Magic and more Ukrainian garlic, but I'll have to double check before I put that in. I will show you guys that in a video, so don't worry about that. But today, we are focusing on our free nettle gardens. feels really good. These doors have been sitting here for a little while because I've kind of been procrastinating getting this done because it's been cold or been too hot. And today it's finally getting done and I'm super excited about that. So we finished doing up the doors and they are all ready to go. So right here we've got our 4-foot end sections. So we shouldn't have to cut any more until we get any more panels. I'm gonna have one spare today, so I will have to source probably 2 more for those. But these guys are done and we're gonna be able to start. I'm not gonna assemble them just yet. I'm gonna move over to my wood ones and then we'll assemble them all together, all in the garden, so it all comes together like that. So I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse. Hello everybody, it is the next day. Yesterday I realized at about 5 o'clock when the sun was setting that it was kind of ambitious to try and get 4 wood boxes done and 2 16-foot metal boxes done yesterday. So today we got the metal boxes done to get done up. We put the flashing on them this morning and then we were looking at them and they were kind of flimsy. So I went out and I bought some brackets and we're just gonna put those on right now. First, I'm going to show you guys how these turned out. Look at these. They're so big and they're so pretty. Look at that. That's awesome. So right now, they are put together. So we've got these guys here. They've got the flashing on the outside. They're butted up. This is the end that I cut on them. But you can see that they still flex. So this is just a thin piece of metal and that's not enough to kind of keep it there. So we want to be able to add our brackets here into these corners, which I'll grab. These guys. I'm gonna go right in there. And then we'll have to obviously probably bend it a little bit to be able to make it work. So it'll just add a little bit of extra structure to the whole project so that when we fill it with soil, it's a big space. Like this thing is freaking huge. So when we add soil to it, we aren't going to bow it out or break it and it will last us extra long. I'm also going to paint the sides. I'm not going to get to it today, but I kind of like the white instead of the kind of blackish brown color. But yeah, look at that. Free garden bed boxes that are metal, and I chose to add a little bit of extra structure and I'm going to paint them for aesthetic purposes. But look at this garden. Look at it coming together. It's so exciting. Got the extra bit of flashing there. I got everything kind of cleaned up yesterday. And those are the other metal beds that are going to go in. But we're going to put these brackets on, these guys here. And then we'll be calling the 2 16-foot beds done.
Running up, God lost my soul.
Alrighty, there we have it. We got the top ones done, so all 4 corners on both the front box and this back box here have been done up top. I am going to need a little bit of help to do the bottom ones because I'm having a hard time. I have the wrong bit and holding up the piece and then trying to keep the bit and the self-anchoring screw in on the same thing, and then like the bolt goes flying, and it's been fun. So I'm gonna wait until I have some help with the bottom ones, or I don't know, if I'm feeling adventurous, maybe I'll just flip the whole thing. Not tonight though. Sun is going down. It's time to call it on this project for today. But we have 2 beautiful that were free, other than the brackets that I bought in the paint, but that was totally my choice. Didn't have to do that. 2 totally free 16-foot boxes. I'm thinking maybe we'll put corn in here, maybe some sunflowers, something a little bit more fun. And then later on, we'll have to see what the rotation will look like. Ooh, maybe we could do like some watermelon, something like that. That'd be kind of cool. So I highly recommend that if you guys are looking for garden beds, you go out to your local construction companies and see if they have any spare parts that they either aren't using or things that they're just going to throw out anyway that maybe you can make use of. Because these guys are upcycled garden boxes. They're metal. They're going to last forever. And I'm super duper excited about that. A couple of things I do want to say if you do the garage doors specifically is they are sharp, so when you're cutting them, if you're going to cut them, make sure that you wear gloves afterwards because you don't want to catch yourself on any of those sharp edges, as well as it's awesome to have some help. So I had help today to put them together with some family that came by, and I would recommend doing that because trying to anchor them, because they are heavy, these guys are super long. There's the 16-foot ones. The other ones, I believe, are only 8 feet, so it'll be a little bit easier. But for these guys, it was a little bit of a challenge to do on your own. So get some help and make sure that you are careful around those sharp edges because it is metal. Other than that, if you are going to do it, you could just do it with the corner brackets that I got, those L brackets, but there's also flashing on the outside, so I probably could have left it like that as well, and the pressure from the soil in the middle probably would have helped it keep its shape. But this way we don't have any twisting or turning in the bed. We've got those nice solid brackets that are going to keep that rectangular shape for us as time goes on. Because once I put dirt in here, I don't want to be taking it out. I want to be using it for my garden. So keep those in mind if you are going to use garage doors or something kind of similar that maybe is a long piece of metal for your garden bed. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.
We can pretend that we're just friends, yeah. But who are we kidding? We can pretend that we feel nothing, but if you're game, I am willing.